Okay, so for Spider-Man 2, I'm giving the action 4.5 stars. The action scenes were well choreographed and exciting, and they really make you feel like you're right there in the middle of the action. The special effects are also top-notch, and they really help to bring the action to life. Some of the highlights of the action in this movie are including the final fight between Spider-Man and Doc Ock, the bank fight, and lastly, the subway train that makes it one of the iconic and one of the best Spider-Man fight scenes in history. These fight scenes were a masterpiece in filmmaking in any superhero flick. For comedy, I'm giving it 3 stars. This film has its fair share of funny moments. The humor is mostly situational. It comes from the characters' interaction with each other, and there are some of the memes coming around. This leads to some funny dialogue and physical comedy that's straight cold funny. For the story, I'm giving it 4 stars. The film's plot is fairly straightforward. Peter Parker is struggling to balance his personal life with his duties as a superhero role as Spider-Man. He's also dealing with the loss of his powers, which makes it even more difficult for him to be a superhero. When a new villain, Dr. Octopus, emerges, Peter must find a way to regain his powers and stop him from destroying the city. The film's characters are well developed and believable. Peter is a sympathetic protagonist, which is easy to root for, and Dr. Octopus is a complex villain who is both sympathetic and terrifying. The supporting characters were really good, but I don't like the subplot of Mary Jane. She's very annoying, and not even this film can even redeem her. For the suspense, I'm giving it 4 stars. This film does a good job of building tension and keeping the audience on the edge of their seats. The film's director, Sam Raimi, is a master of suspense and uses a variety of techniques to create a sense of dread and foreboding, even though this film is not a horror film. Not to mention, the climax is particularly suspenseful as Spider-Man is fighting Doc Ock on top of the moving train. The train is speeding through the city, and the 2 opponents are locked in a deadly battle. The audience is on the edge of their seats wondering who will win. And lastly, for pacing, I'm giving it 4 stars. The film never feels slow or boring. The film's action sequences are exciting and well choreographed, and the humor is funny, and it helps to keep the audience from getting too stressed out by the action. One thing that I didn't like is the ending. It's got a bit predictable. For casual viewers who still love Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, and this one is the best out of them all, I'm giving it S. For cinephiles, Spider-Man 2, they say, one of the best Spider-Man films out there, I'm giving it S. And critically, Spider-Man 2 is still critically acclaimed, I'm giving it S. Whether you like this film by nostalgia or even now, Spider-Man 2 is, without a shadow of a doubt, it is indeed one of the best Spider-Man films out there. It's not just the best Spider-Man movie, but it's also one of the best superhero flicks in any media out there. Even The Dark Knight, Into the Spider-Verse, Endgame, Infinity War, anything. Not the perfect one, but it is absolutely worth watching. The story is amazing, the action is awesome, everything is on point, which makes Sam Raimi's second installment became very memorable forever and ever. I'm giving it 9.5 over 10. One of my top 5 favorite Spider-Man movies that deserves a Sonic Frozen fan. Guaranteed.